Well, for your builder audience, I'd like to expand the conversation. Where's the market headed? Right, so this is my read of it. New construction or new builds almost are going down, continuing to go down, will not come back. Principal reason, if you look at the amount of dwellings in New Zealand right now and you divide it by the population, we've got about 1.7, 1.8 million too many bedrooms.
Sheesh. So there's not really a housing crisis.
There is no housing crisis. There might be homeless people, but there is absolutely no crisis of dwellings.
Yeah.
Right, so we're not, unless we see a significant uptake in the New Zealand population, we're not going to fill that gap. So the speculators right now are building more and more properties. They're going into a lack of supply market, demand, sorry.
Where do you, okay, so we're saying that there's an oversupply of bedrooms.
Yeah.
So is the media lying? Where do those stats come from? How does that add up?
I suspect the media bias, and partly because they get a lot of funding and advertising from real estate industry. They're trying to talk up the game. Yeah. But the reality is, you look at Central City, Auckland apartment, I've heard vacancy rates of 30%.
It's
people,
wild.
and nationally, people are dropping their rents now trying to get... the people aren't there. What we're seeing, 201 New Zealanders leaving a day on average, and 284 temporary visas coming in. Those people jam a number of people per room.
Yeah.
And they're not here for long.
Yeah.
Right, so we're displacing our natural population with a population that's very itinerant and just moves around.
Yeah.
And that means, I guess, in a property market, we have a gross oversupply.
Yeah.
So where our market is heading, you've got to think about all the buildings we've got in New Zealand. I think it's 600,000 approximately.
Dwellings, yeah.
Yeah. Those buildings need maintenance. In other words, you can't leave them forever. They need maintenance, like repair, paint, whatever. Yep. And of course, when people do that, they typically do renovation. So the vast majority of our market is heading towards renovation work, renovation restoration, new property market. I don't have any optimism for the group housing companies at all. No. I think they're whopping a dead horse.
I think they need to be wiped clean. I don't like the group housing market.
Then start to consider what are my options? Do I pivot?
Yeah.
Pivoting to new. There's not a lot of it, and there won't be much of it.
Yeah. So do you reckon that that stuff's going to die? The new group home stuff is going to die off?
I think it already has.
Yeah.
I strongly suspect if you see now, there was a company. I don't want to get the wrong company, but I heard of one recently. They were. They'd closed down or amalgamated 7 into 1.
Oh, sheesh, yeah. And I think I've also heard of a few in the Hawke's Bay that are trying to expand into the renovation market now. They've shut down their new home divisions and they're just trying to go strictly...
Well, they can't beat the builder on his own because they're splitting the margin all over the place. So they're margin on margin people.
Yeah.
And they just won't be able to do it.
Yeah.